Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your go-to space for real, sharp, and fearless commentary on everything shaping South Africa. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's get into today's story, one that touches the heart of crime, community safety, and political accountability in Johannesburg. President Cyril Ramaphosa has made headlines again, this time for personally walking the late-night streets of Johannesburg to inspect the effectiveness of visible policing. That's right, just after midnight, the president went on an unannounced walkabout in some of Joburg's busiest areas. And what he found left him impressed. According to Ramaphosa, Johannesburg is virtually crime-free, at least for now, and he credits this shift to the strategic deployment of law enforcement officers. Ramaphosa praised the city's law enforcement agencies for their high visibility and professional conduct, saying it has helped bring a sense of calm and order back to parts of Johannesburg that were once considered unsafe. He was quoted saying, "This is the kind of policing our people want to see, professional, present, and proactive." Those words, while encouraging, also put a spotlight on a long-standing issue in South Africa, the people's demand for real safety, not just promises. This walkabout isn't just a PR stunt. It's part of a larger national campaign to address urban crime, improve the image of law enforcement, and build trust between communities and the police. The focus on Johannesburg, in particular, is no coincidence. The city has long struggled with issues of crime, especially in areas like Hillbrow, Yeoville, and parts of the CBD. Violent crimes, muggings, hijackings, these have become part of daily life for many residents. But now, local authorities say there's been a shift. They credit new patrol strategies, increased boots on the ground, and advanced technology, like surveillance systems and AI-assisted crime monitoring, for helping reduce both petty and serious crimes. According to Joburg's Metro Police leadership, the drop in incidents is measurable and noticeable in certain key precincts. The president's presence on the streets was not just symbolic, it sent a message. A message that the country's leadership is watching, and that safety on the ground matters just as much as high-level policies and political speeches. For law enforcement, this was a massive morale boost. Many officers have felt demoralized and overworked, especially in communities where policing is under-resourced and under-supported. Now, let's be honest, not everyone is convinced. While the president spoke of calm streets and safe communities, some residents and observers have pointed out that this kind of visibility often spikes only when officials are in town or when media attention is focused. There are real fears that what Ramaphosa saw was the polished version, the cleaned-up version for the cameras and the headlines, and not the gritty reality that residents face every day after dark. Still, many locals have cautiously welcomed the changes. Lindayo Malango, a waitress from Braamfontein, said, "It's the first time in years I've walked home from work and felt completely safe." That kind of testimony speaks volumes. Because when ordinary people start to feel safer in their own neighborhoods, that's a sign of real impact. However, we can't ignore the broader context here. South Africa is facing a national crisis when it comes to crime. Gender-based violence, organized syndicates, and a breakdown in trust between communities and police officers continue to plague many provinces. And while Joburg might be seeing a temporary improvement, the challenge will be maintaining and replicating that success in other cities like Durban, Cape Town, and even townships and rural areas often left behind in safety planning. President Ramaphosa called on other cities to follow Johannesburg's model, to learn from the coordinated approach between police leadership, community structures, and local government. But we also need to ask the hard questions: why did it take this long for visible policing to be prioritized? What role does political will play in driving real change? And is this a sustainable solution, or just a short-term fix ahead of election campaigns and public scrutiny? Because make no mistake, crime is political. Safety is political. And the communities that have been screaming for action deserve more than one-night walkabouts. They deserve long-term investment, consistent protection, and leadership that's visible even when the cameras are off. The president concluded his tour by saying, "We are on the right track. Let this be a template for every South African city striving for safety and peace." That's a powerful statement. But whether it becomes a reality depends not just on the police, but on government priorities, funding, community involvement, and the fight against deep-rooted corruption within law enforcement structures themselves. So, what do you think? Is Johannesburg finally turning a corner in the fight against crime? Or is this just another polished display that doesn't reflect the day-to-day reality of ordinary citizens? Can other cities replicate this so-called success, and will political leaders follow through? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who care about building a safer, stronger South Africa. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay safe, and stay empowered. See you next time.